right, so that featured, let's see, we had our piccolo, we had oboe, we had some tenor, no, excuse me, alto saxophone soloist on that. That was a beautiful rendition of Pat and by Shelley Hansen. All right, this next piece that we're going to play is called German Carol Festival by James Christensen. And it's just a delightful melody made up of all these German carols, and I think you're going to recognize a lot of them. The most popular of those is O Tannenbaum. All right, before we go on to the next piece, I do want to take a moment and recognize some of the amazing musicians on the stage. So we first want to recognize all the musicians on the stage that made the all-district either band or jazz band. Would you please stand up? Okay. Then we want to recognize the people that just this past Saturday went and competed at All-State. And that's against students from across the state, just as it sounds. And this, like Mr. Collins said, is a very prestigious accomplishment. Okay, so when you make All-State, you sort of go on a list for college conductors and recruiters, and this opens up a lot of scholarship opportunities for you. So there's quite a list of these kids. Bixby actually had the third most of all the schools in the state of Oklahoma, and people make it awesome. So you can wait for me to read all 22 of these names, and they're going to stand up, and then we'll clap at the very end for them. So when I call your name, just stand up. Caleb Pratt on oboe. Baker Flap. Oh, we're going to wait. Baker Fowler. So we got Caroline Bergeret. Denise Andrus, Brenna Tipton, Kristen Day, Nevada Yazzie, she's down in symphonic band, Matthew Caratero, Cully Carroll, Hayden Melton, Elijah David, Bella Selman, Cole Self, Zach Adams, Joe McKinney, Bryce Limpany, Reese Marcus, Miguel Martinez, Max Wagner, raise your hand, Henry Morgan, Lydia Smith, and Zion Hoffman. Let's give them all a hand. Now, if you are a 3-year All-Stater, this is a big feat, and they recognize the 3-year All-Staters. These are people that make it every eligible year, 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. And at the concert at the Tulsa PAC in January, they're all awarded a gold medal, and it's a great feat, and it's really a huge accomplishment, and really difficult. There's not that many sophomores that make All-State, and to make it all 3 years is a huge accomplishment. So if you are a 3-year All-Stater, stand up. Now we're going to play another piece here. This is called Theme from Green Bushes. This is not a Christmas or holiday piece, but it kind of has that feel to it. It's a piece by Percy Granger. Now Percy Granger is this amazing composer, was an amazing pianist, and he kind of championed composing for this medium right here, which is the wind ensemble. And he's become one of the most prolific composers in our repertoire. So there's very few concerts that go by where we don't play Granger. And this piece is super cool, and you're going to recognize the themes of this as it goes along, and it kind of has variations on this, and it adds instruments, and it gets very complex. And what Granger would do is he'd have all these themes that he introduces to the piece, and then in the culmination at the end, they're all playing at the same time, and the cacophony is actually very brilliant. So I hope you like themes from Green Bushes. All right, we have one more piece for you, and this is a piece composed by John Williams. Everybody probably knows John Williams from, what's the biggest movie John Williams wrote for?
Star Wars.
Who said Indiana Jones? It's Star Wars. It's always Star Wars. Mike Jones, that was you, wasn't it? Yep. All right, so it is Star Wars, obviously, right? But we're not going to play Star Wars. We are going to play a piece that he actually wrote the movie music and the soundtrack to. This is highlights from Home Alone. Hope you enjoy it. All right. That does it for us. Okay, so Merry Christmas. Have a safe drive home. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting these kids. You guys can sit down. They're having a hard time with that part. Yes, guys. We haven't done this yet. So, all right. So, thank you again for your support. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope this got you in the merry spirit. And if you haven't got your decorations up, now you can do it tonight, right? Thank you, guys. Drive safely. Thank you.